2024 Men's Soccer Championship plaque is back where it belongs, right here at Prairie State College. Hello everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the Coach's Corner, our Men's Soccer 2023 National Tournament Preview Special. I am very pleased to be joined by our head men's soccer coach here at Prairie State, the great Carlos Reyes. Coach, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, appreciate it. Happy to be here.
First of all, congratulations on the championship. Third time in the last 4 seasons that we are headed to the national tournament. Phenomenal accomplishment. Just a great feat for our school and for the community here. What are your overall thoughts just on the championship in general? And obviously this never gets old, right?
No, I think like throughout the whole season, I think that we have put in the work. We experience so much ups and downs. You know, coming back from the national tournament, being the defending national champions for us, it was more of a, okay, how can we get that mindset back during the season? And we had some setbacks, especially when we played against Northeast, we played against Morton. But everybody understood, okay, this is a whole different season, whole different, ball play. And we have endured and we have been working hard, sacrificing for each other. In when we made it to the playoffs, we knew that it was not going to be easy. Playing Wabansi, one of our conference rivals, has always been a tough match. Then going into the semifinal with the weather conditions and everything that was a crazy day.
Yeah, that's a day nobody's ever seen.
Yeah, no,
on the soccer field for sure.
And that day left everything in God's hands. God wanted us to make it to the Region 4 final, where we were going to face a team that we beat during the season, but that they're really good, a really very good competitive team. And thankfully, the guys came around, they worked hard, they worked together, and we brought back the Region 4 championship.
Now you talked about the back-to-back losses to Northeast and Morton. Were really phenomenal programs. What was the biggest difference? Because obviously we haven't lost, we've won 14 straight since then, haven't lost a match since then. What was the biggest difference? What was the biggest, turnaround with the guys and just with the program? What was it that they kind of clicked for the group?
So when we lost against Northeast, one of the aspects of the game that changed our attitude was, we need to keep our feet on the ground. I mean, that because we're defending champions doesn't mean anything at all. Numbers do not mean anything, especially when you have a hungry team that they want to show up, they want to become the #1 as well, they want to win the national championship, they want to win the Region 4 championship, they want to win anything, right? Having that loss against Northeast, it helped me understand that not every season is the same.
Right.
Playing against Morton in the second conference game of the season and losing to them, especially when we beat them in the national championship, was a wake-up call. That game, I felt that we had maybe 80% of the possession of the game, but it turned out, they scored 1 goal and they defended really well, and we're not able to score. And that can definitely happen to a lot of the top teams if we have a bad day or we're not able to create those chances or to score those chances that you have. And after that game, I actually talked to the players about the different things that I was going to do. I was going to do some changes. I was going to try different strategies, try different formations, and they understood that it's not about themselves. It's not about themselves. It's about the win team. The team wins, the team loses. Because I can give an example. One of the players can score 3 goals, but if we lose 4-3, it does not make a difference.
Right.
So I think that was the biggest difference. I think the mindset of being humble, keeping the fear on the ground, and after that, we're back in the national championship tournament.
Now, I remember you told me a few days ago, and I cannot remember, what was the last time that a team had either repeated as national champions or a national champion had actually made it back to the national tournament?
We are actually the first one,
Yeah.
the defending national champions that are coming back as the champions to the national tournament.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, that's
It's just
obviously another historic feat.
another. Well, I was telling the guys that we could be that first team, and they all wanted it. Sometimes before the practices, I look at them and they're having fun, they're enjoying the time. But as soon as we start the practice, everybody's just focused, and I think they understood that. And now, more than anything, in yesterday's practice, I told them, even though that you have you're the champion of League 4, and you're coming back at the international tournament now, you have reached the pinnacle of the season, which is you're competing against the best in the nation. And you're among one of the 12 teams that are going to make it to the national tournament. And you have to remain humble, you have to work hard, you have to sacrifice for each other. And it's just been a blessing.
Now, there are some teams, some heavyweight teams nationally that didn't make the tournament this year. Got knocked out in the semis or maybe the finals, but a few in the semis. I mean, how is the field going to look, the championship tournament field going to look different this year? Is it going to be different than what you maybe thought, what you maybe pictured it
So
to look like?
I'll give a little bit of what happened last year. The top 12 teams, the top 8 teams last year made it to the national tournament. So we knew who we were going to be facing. We knew who had, the best record, who were the best teams. This year, it just looks like it goes back to what I'm telling you about the number does not make a difference. Like having a number and it's saying that you're number 10, number 12, number 11, number 1, number 2 does not make a difference.
Right. Well, we proved that last year. I mean, coming
yes,
in at
yes.
11. Yeah.
That was, and this is the thing though. Back to a little bit of that. It's I think the pressure that a lot of the teams that have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's the pressure that a lot of the teams have. So when you are in a lower ranking number, I mean, you have the pressure. I always continue to say that when we were over there. I said, hey, they're the ones with the pressure. We're not. We can just go and play, have fun, enjoy the time, and compete. This year, there has been a lot of upsets, and it's just amazing how some of these teams are just hungrier. They're hungry from other teams, and sometimes things do not go as planned for all the teams that they thought that they were going to make it. They were going to be the champions, and it takes one team that wants it more. I think it's about who wants it more, who's willing to work harder, who's willing to sacrifice for each other, and that has been the whole difference this year with the city.
Obviously, your sophomores are going to play a big role. The guys, because you've got guys who played and won a played in the national championship tournament and won a national championship last year. How much are you going to lean on those guys this year? The Dutras, et cetera, Joffrey, all these guys that were here last year, to kind of, give a good impression to the guys who haven't been there, what this actually is and what it's going to take to bring another one of these home.
Yeah. So, I mean, they play a huge role in our team. They're the foundation of this team, as you can see. I mean, the foundation has been amazing. I mean, coming back as a defending national champion and just having the record that we have right now. And I continue to say this: it does not matter once you make it. Once you made it to the national tournament. There was one time that you said that going to the national tournament, sometimes there's teams that they just go and play the group stage, and then that's it.
That's their goal. Their goal is to get there, and that was like their championship.
The guys are hungry. The guys like Dutra, like all of these guys that play a huge role last year with the national tournament. They joke around, it's like, coach, we won another one, and it's just amazing to see them actually do what they say. Coming back as the Region 4 champion now to the national tournament. they are going to be the key to
Yeah.
to make it out of the group stage pool play, and yeah, we do everything in God's hands, and we do what we can to represent him, and yeah.
Now, the answer to this next question is obvious, but I have to ask it anyways. How important at this level is the goalkeeping and the defense going to be? Igor last year was phenomenal. He was tremendous through the playoffs and through the national tournament. Obviously, how big of a factor does that play, in the national tournament?
I mean,
You're playing a lot of one mistake, anything doesn't go your way or does go your way, it could factor into what your winner was.
At the national tournament, one goal can make a difference. As you remember, as I remember, the difference between we scoring 2 goals against Jones, the 2s and not getting scored on.
Yeah.
That was the whole difference in us making it to the semifinal.
Moving on, yeah.
Yeah. So I told the guys even yesterday. I said it's about scoring a lot and not getting scored on. It's about whoever makes the less mistakes is going to win.
Sure.
100% concentration, and just defend like if there's no tomorrow. Just leave everything there, and don't think about tomorrow. Just think about that day right there and there, and that is going to be a big part in the tournament, in the games. The goalkeeper is always key element in the game, because we can rely on them, especially when the defenders are not like concentrated enough, then we have the goalkeeper that can save us. That it makes even one save can change the whole outcome of the game because of that save. The whole team is just like sparks and just
It's a momentum change.
That we can do it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Yeah.
Okay. Well, finally, is there anything you'd like to say to our fans and just Pioneer Nation before you guys head out Friday or Saturday to the national tournament?
That we as Prairie State College, we want to represent you guys in the best possible way, and we're going to try our best to bring another national championship to this home.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate it. Yeah. I am pleased to be joined by 2 of our outstanding men's soccer players, 2 of the most decorated men's soccer players in the history of Prairie State College, as you can tell from all the hardware that we have here. We have with us today Leo Dutra and Magloire Makila. Guys, thank you for being here today. Obviously, as you can see, Leo's got his championship ring on. He actually did something to earn his. I wear mine every day, but I didn't have anything to do with winning it. You guys actually earned yours. Guys, first of all, congratulations on making it back to the national tournament. Tremendous accomplishment. Obviously, it's never been done before. This is also the first time that a defending men's champion has ever made it back to the national tournament. Every team in Division II, they've always lost the following year and not made it back to nationals. So, just what are your thoughts on making it back to nationals and just the year you guys have had?
So, for me, I think it's been an amazing experience for me to make it back to the national, and then it was kind of hard for us during the season and everything.
Sure.
But thanks God we made it again. It's about working hard.
Sure.
Yeah, about me, first, thank you for the invitation.
Oh, sure. yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Always welcome on the coaches.
Yeah, for me, it's amazing to be here another year, and we can make this again. The first year was so hard, this year was so hard too, and here we are.
Yeah, one of the most amazing things about it is that, when you're, like last year, we were kind of like the hunter, we were going after people. Now this year you had the target on you guys. Everybody was looking, how much harder was that, this year, the regular season compared to last year, knowing that everybody was kind of gunning for you guys?
Yeah, for me it was like the past season was the first time for us, so we didn't know what to expect. So
sure.
for this season, we already know some things like how the other teams play or what to expect. But every game is different. Every game is like it's hard for everyone.
Sure.
So for me, it's a good experience.
Yeah, so like I think like every team right now is just coming after us to beat us because we were national champion last year, and then I thought, and then I think it's gonna be hard than last year, but we're ready for them. We're ready.
All right, good, good. How will you guys, since you guys were both on last year's team, we've got a lot of guys on this year's team that were obviously not, guys that are freshmen or transfers that have never experienced a national tournament. How do you prepare those guys for mentally what to expect and just even physically what to expect at the tournament?
Yeah, this is a good question. Like we was talking about that before in the practice. Like what me and Magloire and the other guys try to say to the guys is to working hard, to wait for the time, because when the time is gonna come, you need to get ready, you need to be prepared to do the job. And like past season, we have an example of that. Like one guy, he didn't play at all, but when we need him in the national, he did his job, and here we are, we won. And that's why that's the thing that we try to say to the guys, to always work hard and get prepared.
Yeah, so like, I mean, they're gonna add like just a little bit on that.
Sure.
So we just talk to the guy that to always be prepared, as Coach Carlos tells us every single time.
Sure, sure, absolutely. Now, what will it take for you guys to have success next week from a soccer standpoint, and just what do you guys like? If certain things go your way, you know, what will those certain things have to be?
For me, what my thought about the game, about the playoffs was like we play together. We don't think about our individual things. So we play as a team. We fight as a team. We work as a team. So I think that was the change that we have to do, and we did right. And thanks God for making it again.
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience again.
Yeah, so for me, it is like the chemistry of the team. We work in everything, like mentally, and then on the field, giving everything like 100%. So I think it's the chemistry and then the hard work.
Now, you guys are your sophomore group, the guys who were here both years. You guys have won more games than any other teams in Reyes State College history. How would you just describe your careers and just how things have gone for the last 2 years? Did it kind of meet the expectations you guys had?
Yeah, for me, like of course, I believe that I'm not like that close to my expectations, but like, I did my job, and then as a player at this college, I did my job to trying to push my team as far as possible.
Sure.
For me, to be honest, I never of course we have expectation, like we want to win, we want to be there, we want to beat everything, but I don't have that. When I come here, like I came for, I didn't expect like we can be so that far, like to win that, to beat everything. Like past season we did, won the national, like this season again, won the region, won the conference, and for me it's amazing experience. Like sometimes I don't have words to describe. Like I just have to say thanks God.
Yeah.
This happened.
Sure. Now, Magloire, you lead the team this year, 17 goals. You've had a great year. What did you work on in the offseason? What did you feel like you needed to work on after last season? Even though you had a great year last year, what did you feel like you needed to work on coming into this year to be even better?
Yeah, personally, I had like some personal training, like about shooting drill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean that helped me a lot this season to score, obviously. Yeah, so it was about shooting, and then when to finish, when to pass it.
Okay. Now, a lot of people who come out to our games notice, like when you score a big goal, obviously you've got the bat flip going. When did you start doing that for one? How young were you when you started doing it, and when do you kind of choose? Because you don't do it all the time, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I've been doing backflip like since I was like 10.
Okay.
I was really very young, so yeah. I do backflip when it's like important game for me.
Yeah, sure.
Like, it is really important for me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the backflips. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right, Leo, now you, this year and last year, you've kind of made a name for yourself as being a guy who's really good in the playoffs. Like you're great in the regular season, but in the playoffs you've really kind of made a mark. As you can see, this is all your hardware. You've been the national tournament most valuable player. You were the Region 4 tournament most valuable player this year. What is it about the playoffs that just kind of helps you take your game to that next level? You're making a lot of plays.
For me, I don't like to think about like myself about this. Like of course, this is individuals things, but I can't make this without my teammates, without my coach, without my family, and if this happen in playoffs, I think like because all of us we concentrate what you have to do, what you're gonna do. And like Magloire said, it's something comes from inside to do the back flip. It's like me, something comes inside to no, I have to do something. I have to try to help as much as I can my team win. And I think if I got everything of this is because of my teammates and because of my coach and my family.
Okay, awesome. Last question: is there anything back home to your? Obviously, you guys are international students. Anything back, family, friends back home that you'd like to say before we head out to the national tournament on Saturday morning?
Exactly. So, like for my
You can say it in your native language too. You don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah,
so
don't do
for my
anything.
family, I'm gonna say in my native language.
Yeah.
Pois ela calma, na sua chave se beli, inumo poeli.
Awesome. Will.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for everybody who trusts us and supporting us in all the games, all of the season. And for my family, I want to say in Portuguese.
Sure. Yeah. Of
Eu
course.
queria agradecer por tudo que vocês fizeram para mim, por tudo que vocês por estar sempre comigo, sempre me ajudando, me escutando e do fundo do meu coração, amo todos vocês e estou com saudade. Final do ano estou aí e vamos para cima aí nesse nacional. And one more thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Now, I know we got the national ready, but we are hungry to get another one.
Exactly.
So we need the support of everyone to come with us. And let's do it again.
Awesome. Absolutely. Good luck, guys. Yeah, bring another one home. All right. Thanks for coming on.